Dear Dad, when I look at the ocean and sky, I always think of you. It's probably the reason why I love them so much. Though I was not able to spend much time with you because of your work, it made me proud that my dad was working and floating somewhere in the vast Pacific Ocean, guiding people's way. You make the most mechanical sign of Morse code, as humane as possible. It made my heart skip to receive your letters and postcards from Hawaii, Australia, and all the different cities in the world you had visited. I also know you used to send telegrams to my mom. I loved how old-fashioned you were, though sometimes your old-fashioned ways of thinking created conflicts between us. You were out at sea when you first laid your eyes on my mom. You had trouble with your ship and had to dock at the nearest port. Still, not knowing your truest trouble awaits you on the land, my mom. It was love at the first sight, you said, which I don't blame you for. She's a quite beautiful lady. After your persistent persuasion, she gave in, and you two got married. When I became 7, you were diagnosed with an incurable disease. At dinner, I was eating my favorite fried chicken my mother made, karaage. They were so flavorful and delicious. Garlic, soy sauce, and juicy oil she used to fry them into perfect crispy bits. Then add it with a hint of lemon. But they suddenly became tasteless. The news struck my throat, and then my gut. I cried because I was afraid that I would lose you. As a 7-year-old child, I had never faced the concept of life and death. Life seemed to last eternally, hence thinking that my dad was also immortal. Since then, you weren't allowed to consume any meat, oil, and alcohol. Every time I cooked for you, I had to remind myself to avoid those things. And then it became the new norm. And Nasuni. And then it became a habit where I didn't have to think much. You were in and out of the hospital, but also kept working. It was probably the last day I actually cried in front of you, besides when our family dog, Takuro, passed away. I made up my mind that I would not worry you with my crybaby face. And if there are any roles to be filled in the household, I would do anything to help you and Mom. Though, as such a young child, there wasn't much I could do. It made me feel even more helpless. You never complained about your sickness nor work. You continuously worked and supported us financially. In our relationship, we had disagreements. We got in fights, your tempers flared, and I didn't agree with everything you did. There were times I thought your absence meant a lack of love. But I realized you were working in silence to show your love. I had to grow up to have ears to hear and eyes to see. Even when you're fighting your illness, you fought for us. You fought to bring stability in our household in the way you knew how. Often, we as children seek perfect parents. We have the ideal version of others and get disappointed when they don't live up to our own expectations. But we are all human before we are parents or children. We are all imperfect. And our imperfection helps us to bring awareness to each other, good and bad. There are times I so wanted to hate you because it was an easier thing to do, put the blame on someone else. But I couldn't. Human relationships are complicated, but at the same time, they can be simple. We all seek to love and to be loved. More than we've hurt each other, I've missed you and loved you. You saved my mom's life, and you saved me. Without you, I wouldn't exist. I want to believe love always wins, and we can all change for the better, to better understand each other and to love better. And I would love to hear more of your stories and your secret Morse code. I believe in us, and I love you. Happy Father's Day.